strangled and stabbed just days before her 16th birthday.
35 years later, the murder of a Doherty High School student still haunts the Rydell family. KRDO News Channel 13's Sydney Stell is live to explain why they haven't lost hope.
Bart and Heather, 15-year-old Melissa Rydell was better known by her friends as Missy. They told me she was magnetic and genuine, but fell in with the wrong crowd. And now her brother is still in this unsolved teenage tragedy.
In 1986, Melissa Rydell was days from her 16th birthday, and by all accounts, just wanted to be liked.
She didn't look like she was 15 years old. She looked like she was, in her 20s or something. And so she hung around with older people, older crowd, had older boyfriends.
A bright girl, but troubled. Her brother Michael remembers his little sister transferring from one high school to the next, just trying to fit in.
And actually even moved her to Wisconsin with my aunt to try and go to school up there, and I guess none of that really took. She came back and she was still, like living a lot older than she was.
Then on March 7th, 1986, an unseasonably warm spring day, Melissa was outside sunbathing in a tube top on her mother's apartment balcony. She went inside, took a shower, and when she got out, her killer was there waiting. They strangled her with her tube top and stabbed her in the chest with a kitchen knife. They got away before Melissa's mom made it home to find her daughter.
It's kind of gory, and those are the kind of details that just like stick in your head. It's like, oh my God, that's how it happened. So it was a big deal in my life.
Michael was going to Colorado University in Boulder at the time. He found out what happened one day after football practice.
There was a note on my car that said, Rydell, call me, that's my uncle. So I called him, and it was kind of strange. I knew something had happened.
He rushed back to the Springs and never ended up going back to school in Boulder. His sister's death rocked his entire family. Michael said his father was never the same after Melissa died, and he eventually lost touch with him. As the years went on and the case grew colder, Michael's family began to lose hope that it would ever be solved.
I used to see all that JonBenet Ramsey stuff, and I'd go, why hasn't anybody ever talked about my sister's cold case?
When Michael's first daughter was born, he knew he wanted to honor his sister.
Taylor Melissa, her middle name was Melissa, so yeah, I named her just kind of in memory of my sister.
In 2013, he lost Taylor, too. He says he now has 2 guardian angels.
Somebody's looking out for me. It's a good feeling. That part of it is, I think that keeps me sane. Makes me have a healthier outlook at it to deal with it.
But still, 35 years later, the pain of Melissa's loss has yet to fade.
I wonder what it'd be like to be 55 years old and have a 52-year-old sister that, with some kids, maybe my kids would have some cousins, or, I think about those kind of things, but what kind of relationship I'd have with her, like if we would hang out at Christmas, or, those are just the kind of thoughts that I think about.
Which is why Michael won't stop sharing his sister's story, no matter how much time passes.
It feels good to know that someone is thinking about it and noticing it, and, kind of honoring the memory of my sister.
Now, Colorado Springs police would not talk to us about this case, but if you have information about who killed Melissa Rydell, please give them a call. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.